Hi, Jason Goodall, GQ Barbecue. We got an absolutely gorgeous day for the middle of January out here in Colorado. So I'm outside. I'm going to fire up the big green egg. Today we're going to do some pork tenderloins. They're going to be cooked to absolute perfection. Then we're going to hit it with a glaze of maple, apple, and cranberry. And then we're going to use that same glaze as a finishing sauce. These pork tenderloins are going to be awesome. Stick around. I'm going to be cooking 2 pork tenderloins today. The first thing I'm going to do is take my shears and cut off this nub that's on the end of the pork tenderloin. I think the pork tenderloin just cooks a lot better and looks a lot nicer with those cut off. So here's what it looks like when it's all done. I'm sticking with my good friend Golden Toad's rub today. I find most rubs will last about 6 months unless it's got cayenne. I usually give it 3 months, so I like to use up what I got before I move on to another one. Sprinkle all sides of the pork tenderloin and don't forget those nubs. Now I'm going to light the fire with some lump charcoal and 2 chunks of hickory. And I'm going to put my cooking pan in the green egg, and I'm going to try to keep the temps between 275 and 300. We're going to cook to an internal temp of 145 degrees, and it should take around 1 hour. The glaze and the finishing sauce will actually be the same sauce. And I'm telling you guys, the sauce is absolutely fantastic. Let's start with a half a cup of cranberry sauce, and then I use this apple sauce. It's got a little bit of cinnamon in it already. It's actually designed for kids, and I think it works wonderful when making sauce. So we're going to go with 1 package of the applesauce, which is just under a half a cup. Then we're going to go with a half a cup of real maple syrup. Don't use that Aunt Jemima stuff.
No.
And then throw in 2 tablespoons of your favorite mustard. Spicy mustard or Dijon mustard works here. Please don't use French's. And a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper. Let the saucepan cook for 10 minutes on the egg and then mix thoroughly with a fork. Apply 1 coating of sauce when your pork reaches an internal temperature of 135. This will create an extremely flavorful crust on your pork tenderloin. It temped out at 145. I couldn't get a shot of it because it was dark outside. So here's a shot of what it looks like once I brought it into the kitchen. I'm going to go ahead and cut into this pork tenderloin. Take a look at how juicy this is. It's cooked all the way through. It looks absolutely gorgeous. This is what happens when you cook a pork tenderloin perfectly. Wait till you see this puddle of juice. Man, I am looking at this beautiful looking pork tenderloin with this awesome sauce over the top of it, and I cannot wait to dig in and taste it. But before I do, I want to give a nice warm welcome to all my new subscribers that came over from Russ's channel, Smoky Ribs. Thanks so much for coming over and checking me out and subscribing. I hope I don't let you guys down, and I hope I make some great food for you guys. And now for my favorite part, the taste test. That pork is cooked just the way I like it. You remember when I cut it, you saw all the juices just dripping and oozing out of that pork tenderloin. 145 is the optimal temperature to take your pork to. I also love that glaze and that sauce that's on there. That glaze forms a nice little crust on the pork tenderloin, and I can taste it when I bite into it, how it's got the very, very soft, delicate inside, but yet that nice, firm outside crust. And that sauce that we poured over it is an absolutely wonderful combination. You've got the very, very, very tart cranberry, you got the super sweet maple syrup, and then you got that nice balance of sweet, yet that hint of cinnamon in the applesauce, and then you just put that dollop of mustard in there. Perfect combination that sends that pork way over the top. I highly recommend using that sauce. You can use it on a pork chop, you can use it on a tenderloin, you can even use it on some pulled pork. It goes absolutely fantastic on pork. Check it out. You're not going to regret it. If you do, let me know
how you liked it down in the comments below. Also, if you have a favorite sauce that you'd like to put on pork, put it down below in the comments because I'd love to try it. If you like that pork tenderloin, if it's something you want to try, give me a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet to my channel, smash down on that subscription channel and become a subscriber. You won't miss any of my videos. I'm going to be banging out a new one every single week. If you're looking for a really good red chili recipe, check out Margaret Nadow's National Championship Chili. She won a national championship in 2005 and again in 2009 with that red chili recipe. Also, if you love bourbon, check out my #1 bourbon right here. That's my favorite bourbon, and I have all kinds of different bourbon, and that's my favorite one. Until next time, Jason Goodall, GQ Barbecue. Hi, Jason Goodall, GQ Barbecue. Holly, you can't moan me in action.
Action.
Hi, Jason Goodall. You guys.